the hell out of here. Oh boy, if this is oh, I gotta see this. So here's the thing. I know Keanu Reeves is so happy that he did not do this. Oh my God. and it would have made like sense, right? To have him and Trinity in there together, right? Let's check this out. I need to hear this. Get over to Star Wars Theory, subscribe. Tell them Tyrone Magnus sent you. All right.
TheorySabers.com. Well, my good friend Screen Thrill uploaded something today that I didn't know about. I'm going to preface right now, I haven't done any research to see if this is true or not, so let's go and look at it together.
Let's find out.
Keanu Reeves apparently was almost supposed to play Master Soul in The Acolyte, but couldn't due to scheduling conflicts.
Look at that. Look at that moment when I dodged the bullet. Yeah. Look at that, man. Keanu Reeves almost played. What?
Oh, shit. I guess it is true. God damn. The news has come to the shock.
Wait a minute.
Doing conflicts. Oh, shit.
Keanu Reeves joined the Force in Acolyte as Jedi. So, Acolyte, more details on cancellation emerged. Keanu Reeves was reportedly up for the role. Wow, look at this. He said scheduling conflicts. Are you sure? You sure that's what it was?
Shit. I guess it is true. God damn. The news.
That would have been one of the dumbest decisions of Keanu Reeves' life for him to have been in this. One of the worst decisions of his life.
Has come as a shock to many fans who had eagerly anticipated seeing Reeves in a galaxy far, far away. As Revan, if you didn't know, Star Wars.
And as much as I like Keanu Reeves, even his presence wouldn't have made the show a hit.
Fans have been anticipated seeing Reeves in a galaxy far, far away. As Revan, if you didn't know, Star Wars fans have been like begging for Keanu Reeves to be cast as Revan in a Old Republic movie or show. Due to scheduling conflicts, Reeves was unable to take on the role. Wait, what? What? Additionally, while Reeves may not have been able to join the Acolyte, Lucasfilm was reportedly keen on bringing him into the Star Wars universe in a future project. This news has ignited speculation among fans. Moreover, many hope to see Reeves take on the role of a Jedi Master, a Sith Lord, or perhaps even a bounty hunter. Now, we want to see him as Revan.
I don't want to see Reeves in nothing unless they're going to do it right. If they don't woke it up, I'm fine.
Evan, bro. That's freaking wild, man. I mean, like, imagine Leslie's thought process being like, we're going to get Keanu Reeves, we're going to get Neo and Trinity in my show together. How amazing is that going to be? Fans of geekdom and nerddom will all come together and watch as I brought together Neo and Trinity, Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss, and we would have...
And crush them.
had those flashback scenes, you know, them with the stupid witches, and it would have been literally Neo and Trinity. So now it all kind of comes full circle, because, like, remember when Soul was fighting May the first time, and it was, like, literally just, like, Matrix moves? It was just all blocking. And it was just all hand-to-hand combat blocking. So she essentially wanted to put Neo in this...
And they would have did that to Keanu Reeves. It's okay. While she's force choking him to death. Get the hell. That would have been a disgrace.
Got you just so out of touch, man. Leslie, that's not what's going to make this show a hit.
That's right.
You could have all the cool actors that you like.
That's right.
You could even put George Lucas in as an actor, if you so want. You could put Hayden.
George Lucas laugh. I'm practicing.
Christensen in, if you so wish. It ain't gonna make the show good. What makes it good is the writing, and that's exactly what George did with the prequel trilogy, with the original trilogy.
What makes it good is the writing, in combination with the acting, in combination with the direction, in combination with the special effects. Needs to all come together properly. Adding the sound design in, all that good stuff. The soundtrack all needs to come in there and do their thing. Oh, costumes are very important too. You can see that with the new Superman movie. So, yeah.
And that's why it's so loved today. That's why Star Wars was worth $4 billion back in 2012 when it was sold to Disney. Is because of George Lucas writing such amazing pieces of literature.
It's probably worth trash now. Was it probably worth $500 million? You know what I mean? You put all what Disney's done to it. I wonder how much the value of Star Wars has dropped.
Of stories that were timeless and told a story. Literally had character progression and resonated with all of our hearts, and had characters of mysticism and very personable characters that you can relate to, like Luke Skywalker, Anakin Skywalker, and so many other characters that you could find and connect with. And of course, the Clone Wars show. You can go in the comments here and check my Twitter as well and see, a lot of people are basically confirming the fact that this would have been a horrible decision. And of course, putting Keanu Reeves in when we've wanted him to be Revan for the longest time would kind of just be like, what the freak, man. Now we have him as Master Soul will never, in this shit show, and now we'll never have...
I felt that disappointment. You know when I felt disappointment like that? Specifically? I remember a few years ago, before Ryan Reynolds ever played Deadpool, because I swore I read in an article that he actually wanted to play the Flash. And I was like, oh yeah, Wally West Flash. Yes. And he had just done Blade Trinity, did the whole body transformation or whatever. He had the lean aesthetic bodybuilder, look. Lean, or swimmer's build. I don't want to say bodybuilder, but a lean, much leaner bodybuilder. You know what I mean? And I was like, that works perfect. And the way he is would work great for the Wally West Flash. It would. Then he got cast as the Green Lantern. And I was like, what? I was like, okay. I heard the movie was really bad. And I saw it. I think I might have gone to the theater to see it. Like with me, I always go to the theater to see superhero movies. You know what I mean? But I swore I did. And I was just like, it was all right. I didn't think it was complete trash, but I was just like, it's okay. I probably would have gave it a 2.5 out of 5 right there in the middle. More of a meh, all right, okay, no, type of thing. But then he was eventually cast as Deadpool, which worked out perfectly, right? Keanu dodged a bullet, or maybe he saw the ish storm coming. Who knows?
Have him as Revan ever, if they ever decide to make some Old Republic movie or show, which, who knows if they'll ever do that. Check out some of...
I've never seen Revan's face, so I'm wondering why they're pushing for him to, I know he wants to play Wolverine. I don't think he would be a good Wolverine. I really don't. He could fool me, though. Darth Revan face.
For these comments, man, I'm going to move myself right over here. Casting Reeves in The Acolyte wouldn't have made it any better if the writing stayed the same. Casting him alongside Moss in a Star Wars would have been distracting, since the two of them played iconic roles in another movie series. Exactly, and Leslie Headland was going to freaking do this. Honestly, they wasted some great actors on Exactly, and Leslie have been distracting, since the two of them played iconic roles in another movie series. Exactly, and Leslie Headland was going to freaking do this. Honestly, they wasted some great actors on this project.
Yeah, you would just see them as Neo and Trinity. It would be hard to kind of separate that.
And I'm glad Keanu wasn't a part of this one. If he joined...
That was weird. It's like I was spreading butt cheeks. What was that?
In Star Wars, you want that project to be incredible. Plus, him and Carrie-Anne Moss as Jedi would have been so badass with good writing, of course.
That's true.
To see him in a project...
With great writing, it would have been really good.
Carrie-Anne Moss has just been robbed from us, too. It will never happen now. He probably read the script and turned it down.
Let me tell you something, though. Carrie-Anne, listen, all these actors knew exactly what they were doing. Every single one of them knew what they were doing. You know why? Because these movies and shows and video games and comic books and whatever else in between has been getting destroyed for several years now, yet you still signed up for it. You know what you were doing.
God damn, bro. Now he can hopefully be a part of a good project. Thank God he avoided that abomination. Reminds me of when Seth MacFarlane missed the plane on 9/11. Oh, gosh. Horrible. Have you ever heard about that story? How Seth MacFarlane missed his plane, which would have been the plane on 9/11.
Wow.
God rest all those poor souls. That's
wow.
Conversation around the time, but that's some of the like miraculous things that day that happened for people who were supposed to be on that plane, on that flight, their story is pretty insane. But yeah, I mean, everyone wants Keanu to be Revan. So, hey, I'm glad that Keanu.
Well, it's kind of like this theory, like with the law of attraction, The Secret. You've heard of it. Has to do with just your energy, just who you are as a person. You know what I mean? If you have really good energy, good things tend to happen to you. You have really bad energy, bad things tend to happen to you a lot. Okay? Go to Twitter. You'll notice this. You'll notice how good people with good energy are just focused on good things. The bad people are focused on bad things. And what happens is when you focus on a particular type of energy, good or bad things tend to keep happening, while good things tend to keep happening. You always seem to be in some miraculous position to where you got a great job, you're making good money, you might have hit the lottery, you found the best girlfriend, you know what I mean? Everything just seems to work out for you a lot. You still have your bad times, but the majority of your life is good things. While the person that's negative, depressed, woe is me, I'm a victim, everybody, I hate everybody, all that type of stuff, bad stuff happens to them. They get sick a lot. They fall down, they break their legs. Sometimes they get into accidents. Their relationships never work. Like, it's true. So the whole theory behind it is basically, if you are riding on good energy, the universe or your life or whatever it is, whatever you want to call it, will figure out a way to keep you in good positions. So you end up being late for your flight and you think that's a bad thing. But because you're mainly a person with good energy, it was actually your energy protecting you from a bad situation that it saw coming. It's like your body, your aura, your energy has its own intelligence where things just kind of happen. And that's why you have to be very careful of how you think. You know what I mean? This might sound all like hoo-hoo and wooey and all that stuff, but I've noticed that whenever I focus on just good things, yeah, other irritations, certain things happen in life, but the majority of the time, I'm riding high, I'm feeling good, I'm happy. That's why you don't see me on Twitter bothering people all day long, getting blocked by people for saying stuff to them. You don't see me on here making videos about other YouTubers, bothering them, talking about this, about them, calling them stupid, calling them this, calling them that, you know what I mean? Wasting my time, letting them live rent-free in my head. Absolutely not. Only happiness lives rent-free in my head. I choose to be happy. Get what I'm saying? So always remember that. Focus on the good. Because when you focus on the good, things are going to keep happening that are going to be good in your life. Trust me, I've lived it.
It wasn't a part of this. I think Lee Jung-jae did a fantastic job. That's, thus said. The guy learned English for this role. He obviously was passionate about it to do his best and to give...
Yeah, I would love to know his story on this. Because sometimes when you live in another country, you really might not know what's really going on in another. You know what I'm saying? You're like, yeah, you're a big Hollywood star. You're riding high there. I mean, in South Korea, not Hollywood, but you're a big star riding high. And you're like, yeah, Star Wars. Oh, everyone knows Star Wars. Yeah, well, they want you for a part over there. Squid Game's huge over there now. Do you want the part? This is a part of a lifetime. Sometimes even management doesn't know what they're doing. Like I said, spoke to someone in Hollywood and they told me, you speak to a lot of these executives and it's like amateur hour. That's what I was told. Now listen, I've already been in corporate America and spoke to certain people at higher levels. And sometimes you kind of have this feeling in your head, like, how'd you get here? So they may have made a lot of good decisions that got them there, but they're not always right. Sometimes they just don't know their market. You got to know your market being in a specific business. Like, for example, I'm going to give you one thing about knowing your market. You need to know your market to do investments. I'll never forget this. Review Tech USA did a video a couple of years ago or so, whatever. And he talked about how GameSpot's stock had tanked. And I went and I looked at how much it was and I was like, Oh, well, I've been gaming for years, and whatever, gaming will come back. Like, I think they're going to be fine eventually. Bought a bunch of stock, and guess what? If you don't know what happened with GameStop, their stock eventually went up. And a lot of people made a lot of money. I did well myself. Okay? Another time where it happened to me, knowing the market, was finding out that the WWE's stock had tanked. Yeah. It tanked, and I was like, yeah, wrestling comes in waves. It comes in waves all the time. You know, it was the golden age of the 80s, and eventually sank. Then it came back with the Monday Night Wars, and it sank. Then we got Ruthless Aggression, then it sank. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I just know I know my market. So I was like, yeah, let's buy a bunch of WWE stock. I did, and I made some money. You get what I'm saying? You have to know your market. And a lot of these people are just making decisions. They don't know their market. They don't have their thumb on the pulse of the fandom. They are listening to companies and making other really bad decisions to have certain consultants come in and destroy these brands. And they're willingly doing it, and they keep doing it. It's an insanity. I'm glad some of them are turning around.
Give it his all as an actor, but at the end of the day, you know, it just wasn't enough for the show to get a second season, and that has nothing to do as a reflection of the acting. It has a reflection of Amanda Stenberg.
Slow down there, sir.
Making that diss track, and then the show.
I was gonna say, people were all over Amanda Stenberg's acting. They have been trashing the hell out of her for her acting. I don't think I saw anybody else trash for their acting other than her. People liked Soul, but I could tell that he didn't have a perfect command of the English language. I was like, something doesn't feel right about this. And then when it came out that he learned English for it, I was like, that's why. And you bring in a big name just because he's big in Squid Games, that doesn't mean it's going to work. There's certain inflection and accents and just ways that you know, in which you speak certain things. I was like, it sounds like he doesn't. And I said it happened with Jackie Chan when I used to watch Jackie Chan movies. I'm like, wow, it's like he knows English, but he doesn't. You can tell it's not his main language. And I love Jackie Chan to death, and I like this guy, but I was just like, you bring him over just because he's a famous face. He learns English for it, but it's still not working. For me, it was Smilo Ren. You know, I liked it.
So just being absolute garbage. And I'm serious about the diss track thing. That was actually reported that it really did damage a part of the fandom and the overall image of the show in general. When that diss track was thrown at so many fans who didn't like the show, basically calling them out as racists. I mean, that's just so abhorrent and ridiculous. And imagine not having any sense of understanding that maybe a group of people, you know, can just not like something because it's bad. But I guess, you know, you have to be so goddamn egotistical to think that they don't like it because it's about the color of your skin. Which, don't get me wrong, yeah, there are racists. But those are not the majority of people.
Right.
And those are not all people out there. Right. That's being, I don't know, I think that's just like a major...
Remember they're doing that thing when they're talking about Star Wars being safe for black nerds? It's been safe for black nerds for a very long time, okay? Before the internet, it was safe for black nerds. Like, you guys need to stop.
Flaw in an argument to just brandish everyone as, you know, it's like I said, the Venn diagram, you know, racists... And then you have Star Wars fans. What do they have in common in this middle part? They don't like the Acolyte. Oh my God. You see what I'm saying here? They're all racists. Those works, man. Anyways, yeah, look, I'm happy that he wasn't part of it. And at the end of the day, it's not really the actors that ruined the show at all. It's the writing. And I just hope that going forward, they'll hire some competent people that really understand Star Wars and can maybe write some better stories. Case in point, not Leslie Headland. So, have a great day. Love you all. And may the Force be with you, always.
My reaction is now complete. 10 million subscribers. Woo!